Welcome to the Weird But Wonderful podcast. This is last week's episode. If you'd like to get today's episode, you can head over to patreon.com/oneweirdpodcast and get episodes a week early by supporting the show. Either way, enjoy the episode. I'll talk to you next time. Peace. Nineteenth of April 2020, Sunday, 6:10 p.m. It's your weekly dose of weirdness with me, your host, James Carline, and I promise that I'm eventually going to make banana bread with all of those brown bananas that I've got. And I'm here with my GF, my good friend, David.
When we originally signed the agreement to do advice episodes, one of the things I did specifically put in my contract was that you can't call me your GF. And it seems like you've misread that one and you've actually gone ahead and done the opposite. And you only call me that.
You know what they say, when you've got a GF, call them it. If you're new here, David and I, we like to take a journey into the minds of strange people doing strange things. And normally on this show, we delve deep into the psyche of just the strangest motherfuckers out here. And we're just trying to figure out...
No judgment.
No judgment.
Hey, no judgment.
We just want to figure out what people are doing, why they do it. And
what makes you tick?
To, you know?
What are they doing? How are they doing?
How are you ticking under that noggin, you know? And, you know, obviously these are your least favorite episodes where David and I dish out advice that the internet so desperately doesn't need or want.
Oh, do people hate these?
The numbers don't reflect that, actually, but, you know.
You're making an assumption on their behalf, huh?
Yeah, sure. What I'll do is I'll ignore the numbers and I'll say that everyone hates it, and then we'll go from there. You know,
I actually can't count, so it's pretty easy for me to ignore numbers.
Perfect.
Yeah.
David, my dad makes a lot of promises. Okay? Too many promises, quite frankly. But never keeps them and just says, I never said that, or something similar. Piece of shit move, Dad.
Is that gaslighting?
Shitty move, Dad.
Is that gaslighting? Because it might be.
A little while ago, he told me that if I did the dishes, I could have my TV permissions back. Parentheses. They took away everything above a certain rating. Above a certain rating? No more G-rated shit. It's only R from now on.
Only R. You have to watch the full uncut version of Logan. Nothing fun.
Yeah, exactly.
I did watch that the other night, and they do not cut away from him putting claws through people's brains and stuff.
Dude.
You see the whole thing. It's
and that is exactly what every Logan film, every film with Wolverine in it should have been.
Should be that. It's because so good.
That's what he does. His whole thing is, I have knives in my hands.
Use the knives to kill people.
Exactly.
Have you played that X-Men Origins Wolverine game where you behead people and shit?
No.
I will send you a link because it is the hottest thing. Are we allowed to go off on a tangent this early, or because I want to send you hang on.
Sure, I can cut it out.
Wolverine gameplay. How about I just share you my screen?
Yeah,
I want to do that. Yeah.
David and I are doing a bit of a Discord episode this time.
I don't know what.
Shout out to Discord for not sponsoring this episode. David's going to show us some shit. Wow, whoever's playing this is
cut that guy's leg. Yeah, this guy sucks a little bit. Cut that guy's legs right off. Whoop.
See, and this is everything.
Oh,
I mean, like,
shit! He just chopped that dude's head off.
Wolverine's whole thing is like, I have knives in my hands. Like, how are you going to show me not knife handing people?
My name's Knives in My Hands Johnson. That sounds like a Dan Harmon character.
And he's back. There he is. There's my chief.
Nope.
So basically, before we got onto the, quite frankly, much better topic of Captain Knife Hands,
that's Sergeant Knife Hands. Thank you.
Her dad said, you do the dishes, you're allowed to get your TV permissions back. So she did the dishes, but after doing them, he said that he never remembered making that promise.
Oh, okay.
Dad.
Papa.
Do you know what, straight away before we even get into anything else, I would be like, anytime I make an agreement with my dad, I would just flat out say, I'm going to need that in writing.
Or at least a blood pact.
Dad, you've done me dirty so many fucking times.
I would want that in writing.
You are going to write it out now, okay? Whether you do it online, on your computer, and you've got your little signature saved in your PDF thing or whatever. I'm going to need you to write it out because you fuck me every day.
Did you just throw shade at Dad for having a good virtual signature setup?
No, I think it's a great setup. I'm shaming Dad for his dickheaded behavior, his dipshit behavior.
Hey, Dad, not cool.
Quote David McNeil. There we go. I like it. Hey, Dad, not cool.
Not cool, bro.
David McNeil, 2020.
Yo, fam, not chill. That was
not going to put that one out. Yeah, not going to put that one out. Yeah, still going to go with the first one, though.
Going to cut around that.
Yeah.
Seemed like that was the gold, though.
Yeah, bronze.
Oh, so you're just going to insult me now for no reason.
Well, piss. Every time before I do what he wants, I clarify in the clearest way possible what our deal is. So last night, he said that if I took the dogs for a walk, I could stay up an extra hour to watch the rest of a movie that I was watching.
What is this transactional relationship you have with your father? Why are you it seems like you're bargaining for like the store currency at the mine that you work at. You know how they're like, okay, you get 12 scrit, but you can only spend it here. It feels a bit like that. Like, what's happening?
Well, when you live in Dad's house, you got to play by Dad's rules. So you abide by his barter system, Or
apparently he promises stuff and just never delivers.
And it's a fucking dog shit system.
It's terrible.
Where Dad makes a lot of spurious and wild deals and doesn't back them up once.
I mean, zip of them happen. Okay, so
you just sit down with your dad and say, Dad, your word is worth piss.
Does it say what the movie was?
It doesn't say what the movie is.
Let's go ahead and assume Logan for continuity, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will say the Addams Family animated film.
Is the back half of that worth staying up for, do you think?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's what I thought. Yeah.
Didn't appreciate that in the film, they sort of have like, I get they have to like update it for like a new age audience and stuff.
Yeah.
But like all of the like, it just felt weird to see like popular modern day music in the Addams Family when the Addams Family are kind of the antithesis of mainstream culture. Anyway, that different podcast. Different podcast.
Yeah. It's like when Radiohead played in Harry Potter. Do you remember?
Oh, no.
That? Cool.
So if I take the dogs for a walk, I can stay up an extra hour and watch my movie. And he's annoyed about it, but he said yes. Okay.
Yep.
Hold on. I've missed a whole part here.
Oh, no.
I've missed a whole part here. So.
Fake news, boys.
Sorry, fake news you so hard.
So hard.
Okay. So last night, he said that if I took the dogs for a walk, I could stay up an extra hour to watch the rest of the movie. Okay. Yeah. I agreed, but turned on the record option on my phone. So the conversation was basically, quote, so if I take the dogs for a walk, because now they're recording, they're reiterating.
Yeah, this is good. This is like, say it into the microphone, please.
Yeah, exactly.
And sorry,
under a wire, she's doing this. Yeah.
Who did you kill and where? And the drugs are in which building?
And where shall I take the dogs for a walk to watch the latter half of the Addams Family, Papa? I mixed father and papa because you got to.
I saw that. Yeah, both. I was hoping that you power through on notice, but you've really
draw attention to it.
Taking a pit stop, huh?
Quote: he said, "Yes, I already said that, didn't I?"
Don't be crabby about it, you deal breaker.
So you notorious deal breaker,
you deal breaker.
Shit.
On that, hang on. I want to try and get the timeline. Maybe you can clarify here.
Yeah,
it's nighttime. He's paused watching the animated Addams Family movie. Because Dad said go to bed, and Dad said if you walk the dogs right now, you can stay up later. Isn't that the opposite of going to solve Dad's problem, which is you're staying up too late? If you're doing a 20-minute lap around the block with the dogs, you're up even later than you would have been just watching the animated Marvel that is the Addams Family animated movie.
Look, Dad is so dog shit at striking up deals that it doesn't, and keeping his word that honestly it doesn't surprise me that this is a deal that Dad would be striking. You know what I mean?
Does Dad have a gambling problem maybe that we don't know about? Like he just really loves playing the odds. He's like, if you walk those dogs, maybe you can stay up later.
Or maybe he says it kind of like a mob boss. Maybe you walk the dogs. Maybe there's a film that you can watch the rest of.
Maybe walk a dog. I don't know. Maybe get ice cream. I don't know.
So I went for a walk, came back, and he told me to go to bed. I told him what he said, and he said, quote, I would never agree to that, and told me to stop lying. So I showed him the video.
Ooh.
There's nothing juicier than someone...
Cold out.
I know, than someone being like, that never happened. And someone's like, ring-a-ding-ding, it's evidence time.
Dude, that is like cold the fuck out right now. Can you believe that shit?
He let me stay up, but he got mad and said I, quote, invaded his privacy and that I had no right to record him. They now look through my phone and delete any photos or videos they don't approve of. I don't think I really did anything wrong, but the rest of my family says I should have just let it go and not made it a big deal. Am I an asshole for recording my dad?
I think you live in a police state in your house.
Oh my God.
This is like some crazy gaslighting, controlling shit right here. This is like 10th level clingy girlfriend shit. This is like, I'm blown away by that. That is insane.
That is someone who was like caught out in the most caught out way possible, and then from that point on someone had an issue with them being recorded, and just to clarify, shown to be a liar.
It's a proven liar.
That's his issue. He's like, hey, I'm sick of you proving how much of a piece of shit I am around here.
This is one of those situations where the kid is trying to get what they want. Like, because children aren't capable, and this kid sounds young. I'm guessing like 12 or 13. I don't know. It's hard to say. Does it give us a...
Doesn't say.
But just from the tone of language and the kind of situation they're in, I'm hoping that's about the age. The thing that's confusing to me about this whole situation is that the kid is literally just trying to watch that movie. And the dad is out here being like, hey, you're invading my fucking privacy, recording me like that, proving I'm a liar. The kid is not trying to prove you're a liar. They're just trying to cop the end of that movie, dog. You're that sensitive about it, get your shit together.
I'm just trying to see whether or not Pugsley finally gets the self-confidence to perform well in the Addams Family dance. But he doesn't, David, spoilers, he doesn't need to perform well in the Addams Family dance because it's all about being yourself. And Pugsley has his own unique abilities that he brings to the table, which he quite triumphantly displays at the end of the film, which I won't spoil. I won't spoil them.
Yeah, I think I have to go. I gotta dip out.
Pugsley comes in clutch at the end of that one. I'm gonna just say that. In Pug we trust. Okay.
I have to ask you a very serious podcast question behind baseball. Are you reading a Wikipedia summary of the movie, or did you know that off the top of your head?
I knew that off the top of my head.
Wow, such bullshit. You fucking lie.
And I'm screen recording this thing, so if I had have switched, and also I just have my notes.
You're holding a mobile phone.
Just have my notes.
What about your second secret phone?
Who told you about my second secret phone?
This is where I play back the recording from before, where I'm like, so tell me again about your secret phone. And then you call me a liar, and you want to delete my photos and shit.
Stop recording my shit.
That's an invasion of my privacy, dog. Yo, listen, kid. Here's the thing. Your parents sound like they fucking suck. What I would say is there is a way to approach this and outsmart them that you haven't thought of. I think you're going at this too directly. Okay. I think because your parents sound like a fucking nightmare. Here's what I would say, my dude. Right. You gotta play the game. You gotta play ball. You gotta work out how you gotta dodge and weave. You gotta duck and turn. You keep trying to tackle these fools over.
Quack.
You don't have the weight behind you, man.
Quack.
That's right. This has been my TED Talk. Thank you,
people, David, or whatever it's called.
But I think it is the flying bee.
Yeah.
But that's exactly it. It's like you're trying to like body these motherfuckers, and you weigh 8 kilos, is what I'm saying. So I think you've got to be a bit sneakier. Yeah. What you got to do is, instead of recording dad, you got to start promising dad shit and then completely denying it. Just really give him his own medicine.
Oh, I like that.
So he goes, hey, Dad, can I just finish the last 20 minutes of this Gilmore Girls episode? I'm sure teens are into that. Once I've done that, I'll go do the dishes, right? And then he comes back in an hour later and you're reading a book or something, TV's off. And he goes, hey, you said if you finish that Gilmore Girls episode, you do the dishes. And you're like, I don't remember saying that. I never said that. I would never say that.
I don't watch Gilmore Girls.
I don't watch Gilmore Girls. I mean, I don't watch Gilmore Girls.
Yeah, me neither. Lorelai and Rory and all the, the crew. What do you think about the...
I've never heard those names before.
Me neither. What do you think about the family saying that the rest of the family says that I should have let it go and not made a big deal out of it? Does that sound like some people who maybe have been they've been beaten by dad's system before, and they're like, look, just let it go.
Yeah, that sounds like other like under the foot figures. You know what I mean? Like other people they're sort of the other hobbits who are like, nah, don't stress about it, dude. This is how it's always been.
Yeah, right.
I say fuck the system.
Absolute fuck these people.
Fuck this system.
There needs to be someone who stands up in the face of adversity, dad's adversity and dad's lies, and you know what? You gotta take it to the hole. And you have to fucking beat dad at his own game, because this is some bullshit. And then he fucking like,
well, no,
he fucking
you got to push him to record you. But you need to get to the point where he records you, and then you go, see, this is.
Can you believe that he's like, hey, first of all, don't invade my privacy. Then starts going through her phone and deleting all photos and videos that they don't approve of. And the photos and videos they don't approve of happen to be all the ones that prove dad's a liar.
You know what I would say is it sounds like dad's got something to hide, and he's doing that thing where he's projecting onto everyone else.
Absolutely.
To really obfuscate it. Like he's definitely got some extramarital affair or drug problem.
The advice here is dig deeper. Dig deeper into what's going on with dad.
You know what people who have nothing to hide don't do? Control everyone else's privacy.
Exactly.
And go, hey, whoa, whoa. Well, you recorded me without me knowing. Who knows what I could have said? Yeah, dog. Yep. Who fucking knows?
Exactly. You got to find out what that is really fucking hiding. I love it.
Can you hire a private investigator? How fiscally flush are you? Can we can give Swing some Patreon money, make it happen?
This is a young, smart, intelligent woman who lives in the digital age and has access to all of the information that the world could possibly provide. Mm-hmm. You figure out how to fucking like
get on that dark web, bro.
PR your dad. You know what I mean? Like you do it. You're already recording him. You're like halfway there.
You you know what? You're basically Jessica Jones at this point. You're more or less there. If you just want
with Veronica Mars, but sure.
Yeah, or whoever.
Yeah. Or definitely Veronica Mars, but yeah.
Or Sherlock or whatever. Yeah. It's or whoever.
Or it's definitely not Sherlock, whoever the fuck. Veronica Mars. Okay.
Sherlock Holmes, the world's most famous detective. Sherlock whoever. Were you confused?
What was the Nickelodeon spy movie and Harriet the Spy? It's Harriet the Spy.
Fuck me. Wow. That is so accessible to our core demographic of listeners.
Yeah, it's Harriet the Spy.
Yeah. Okay. I'm so
Harriet
sorry.
Harriet the Spy the fuck out of your dad.
I'm talking to you listening, I apologize.
But you can't like Veronica Mars him like her dad, because her dad's rad and her dad's a PI. But Veronica Mars him. David, I've got a girlfriend and her name's Emily and she's 23. And I am a 30-year-old male, and I'm going to say that my name is Mark. And we've been dating for a year now. We also live together. And Emily is a freelance writer, and she's also studying for her master's. Okay. She has this, and I don't know why it's inverted commas, hobby of making stuffed toys, tablecloths, scarves, and stuff. You know, just across the board, a range of things.
I don't know what that means.
Stuffed toys, scarves, tablecloths, stuff, you know?
All right.
But the most expensive and interesting ones are her glass cups and plates. She makes paintings on them and stores them in a shelf. I often pay for more than half of her materials. I don't know why he decided to throw that in there. Just sort of maybe wanted to take some clout from. He's like, oh yeah, her paintings are really good, but you know, really, it's the bankrolling of the art that should be appreciated more so than the art itself. But
you know, one of the things about Shakespeare is that in a lot of ways, in his time, his patrons were more famous than he was. The people that supported him, people that poured money into his theater.
Absolutely.
They were kind of more.
Shake who?
Huh?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
by the way, that was a zinger on a guy who's been dead for quite a long time. Fuck you, Shakespeare.
Yeah. Burn, I guess. Burn. Yeah. I got laid off from work last January, and our financial condition was really bad by February. So I asked her if she could sell some of her crafts for money. She flat out refused and said that she is working extra hard and I should start looking for a job. Not unfair. I mean, have you not been looking for a job? Because maybe you should be looking for a job. It's just like maybe, if I'm saying if he hasn't been looking for a job at all, maybe look for a job. But anyway,
yeah,
I knew it was difficult for me to get.
Well, he's
a job.
looking. Hang on, he's identified a job. He's like, I could sell these, get a cut of this, make her some money.
Okay.
He's a hashtag hustler. A hashtag
I thought
young
you were gonna
entrepreneur,
say,
if you will. A hashtag rise and grinder.
Riser and grinder, yeah.
Riser and grinder.
Yeah, a hashtag work hard anywhere kind of guy.
Hashtag no sleep till fitness.
Money.
Cash.
Yeah. No.
Dollars.
So I knew it was difficult for me to get a job and that harder days were coming, so I decided to sell some of her glass crockery and tablecloths on Etsy. Sort of just took it upon itself.
Steal's the word he's looking for.
Well, an art dealer of sorts.
Yeah, but taking something you don't own and then selling it is fencing. Like at this point, he belongs in a thieves guild. But it's an art
dealer of sorts, and that's why I said of sorts.
Oh, yeah, of ill sorts is what I'm saying.
I didn't tell her before selling them because I knew she wouldn't understand. Oh,
wait, hang on.
Sorry,
so you had a conversation and you were like, "Hey, can I sell them?" And she said,
100%
explicitly no, and you went
no.
Green light, baby.
he said, "Listen, lady,
that's the same as yes,
dog."
Dude,
I've been listening to Grant Cardone, Gary V. I've been rising, I've been grinding. Yeah, don't take no for an answer. It's easier to seek an apology or something than permission or whatever the fuck. Bing, bang, boom. I'm an art dealer now. I knew that she wouldn't understand. No, dog, you stole them, and you knew that she wouldn't approve because she said not to steal them and sell them.
That's just... Yeah, that's like, that's doing something knowing that there's consequences for someone else and blaming them for not liking the fact that there are consequences for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, or explicitly doing what someone said not to. But, and then sort of justifying it by...
Someone explicitly asked you not to.
Yeah. But, it's not... they just wouldn't understand, so fuck them.
Hang on, I know we always do this where we just get too stuck on the insanity of just the setup. Yeah. But, like, also the notion that you could do that shit and be like, hey, it's her fault. That is... There are so many, like, leaps of logic that have nothing to do with reality that I'm like, do you not live in the material world that we do? Like, in this plane of existence?
Lives in the hashtag entrepreneur mindset, okay? And you've got to start overlooking those just, like... trivial grievances.
Those trivial moral qualms of non-trepreneurs, if you know what I mean.
One-trepreneurs over here.
Shit.
Get out.
That's a DCM original. You can put that one in the bank.
We survived February and March with her freelance money and glass crockery sets and some of our savings. Today she was cleaning out the shelves and she asked me if I knew where her crockery was.
And I lied.
Hey, babe, you know where... so weird. I thought like I had like 50 pieces of crockery in here and I have 12. It's like super weird.
Hey, babe, I rolled like 10 joints the other day and there's like 2 left and I haven't...
Did you?
Do you know where they went? Did you... That's going to sound crazy, but do you know where they went?
I don't... not me.
Did you sell them? Did you sell them? Like after the conversation we had about you not selling them? Like... Because I did ask you not to do that.
I told her that I'd sold them. And
just coming clean, huh?
And she went absolutely hysterical, as she would.
Go ballistic,
because she explicitly said not to. But, I was going to tell her later.
Throw that ruined iron skillet at her from last week.
I was going to tell her why you would have bought a new one with all that crockery cash coming in, yeah.
She probably could have made one, honestly.
I was going to tell her later because I knew that she wouldn't understand otherwise. Oh, she just doesn't understand. What is there not to get? I don't understand this fucking guy.
Am I right?
This guy is like, oh, she just wouldn't get it. No, dude.
Chicks just don't get it.
She said don't sell it and you sold them.
Bro.
What's there not to get?
Do you ever just feel like women don't even speak the same language, man? It's like you ask her if you could do something, she says no, you do it, and she's mad at you, bro. And it's like, why? God.
It's like chicks don't get it.
The fuck are you? Is this how people be living? Is this how dudes be living out there in the real world?
I think so.
Because it's no wonder that women are like,
yeah.
I'm like, I get it. I kind of get it. I'm like,
get it.
Yeah.
She called me a thief and demanded that I return her crockery immediately.
To be fair, you are a thief, yeah.
To be fair, you're the literal definition of one,
you also sold it, so it's not like you can get it. Like, she might be being a bit short-sighted here.
That's, yeah. Or maybe tasking him with, like, sort of like reaching back out to all of those people and sort of like claw it all back. That might be a bit of a strange email to have.
Wait, in your head, is he selling the crockery one piece at a time? Like he's got 50 like different people?
Yeah.
I was assuming like 2, like he'd sold sets to or something.
I mean, sure, but these are hand-painted, handcrafted, artisanal, bespoke, entrepreneurial, rise and grind, work hard anywhere crockery. So it's like you don't just you do like a 2-for-1. Okay, it's these are
you buy those
original pieces. Exactly.
Yeah, I get it.
I told her it was impossible and that she could always make the exact same ones. Hey, you could just make them again.
And I promise I won't sell these ones. I would never think about doing that. That's crazy. That.
Keep them under lock and key. I will fucking sell them if I get my hands on them.
That's crazy. I would never sell them.
She hasn't talked to me and is being completely unreasonable and inconsiderate. And that's pretty much just where it ends. So not even really seeking, like...
Not even am I good, just letting us know that you fucked up.
No, apparently, because she's being inconsiderate and not talking to him. So obviously, this is her fault. And it's just like, dude, you can, paint it again. You know what I mean? You can just make it again. So, what's the big deal?
This makes me so, spiritually angry. Just, that it's not just the victim blaming because that that's just men do that but it's like the mental machinations that must have gone into him positioning himself into being the victim here is it's kind of impressive how much work that must have taken to just do the mental gymnastics of and then she said no and then I did it and then she's being so unreasonable, she's not talking to me. I'm a boy with feelings, and she's hurting my feelings.
I'm
not talking to me.
Yeah, I'm a complex, unique individual with my own complex thoughts and feelings and beliefs and values, okay? And she needs to take that into consideration when she decides to stop talking to me because maybe I, perhaps a little bit, might have stolen and sold her handcrafted pieces of art that she told me explicitly not to sell that I went ahead and sold anyway.
So unreasonable.
What's the deal, Kathy?
Because I know there'll be at least one person listening who's like, yeah, what is the deal? Let's do a thought experiment here. Let's pretend it's not a handcrafted thing. You come home tomorrow and Sam has sold the couch behind you.
Yeah.
And you're like, wait, what? And she's like, yeah, well, you didn't say I couldn't.
Yeah.
And
you weren't sitting on it, so...
so it's gone now.
When I was selling it, so
So... What's the problem?
I think it kind of maybe has to do with the fact that, at least in this particular case, wasn't yours to sell. Yeah. And you sort of did it anyway, even though someone said, hey, don't.
Well, someone told you not to. There wasn't no...
So I don't... It's really hard to explain to someone why they're in the wrong when they so clearly don't understand how they're in the wrong. Okay,
let me try this. Hang on. I'm going to channel the median man.
Okay.
Your girlfriend comes home and she says, "Hey,
already wrong. You haven't opened with oi cunt.
Oi cunt. Can I?" Go. So she.
They're perfect.
But I was imagining a scenario where she comes home and she sold your bong or something. I'm trying to channel the median.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Something that you care about. And you're like, but that's the one I got at Coachella or whatever.
Right.
And she's like, well, you didn't say I couldn't. And you're like, I specifically said you couldn't. And then if you got mad at her, she's not going to turn around and be like, wow, that's so unreasonable for you being mad that I stole that thing and sold it. I mean, in this case, she's done you a favor. I can't even come up with an example where she's doing
It's so difficult to explain, isn't it?
That is so awful.
Because it's like, dude, I don't know how you aren't getting this. Look, the takeaway is you fucked up, you're wrong, you're a dipshit, you need help. Get help. Get help.
Get help. Professional help.
Just think for a second, like, what if she took something of yours and sold it when you said, hey, please don't sell that.
You'll have peeped the Bible at some point or another. Do unto others what you want them to fucking do to you or whatever. You know how the good book says it. Like
that thick old book says a lot of
big
stuff.
Tome.
And that's one of them.
That's one of them.
Exactly. So
don't be a prick, you dicks. Just treat them like you want to be treated. Remember that one? That's my favorite part of the whole book.
Stephen 4:21. It's my favorite one.
That would work, but okay. It's not how passages, but that's fine. You know what?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Well, that is sort of how. Stephen.
He's
in there.
No, what? Snaps up to any of it.
You get it. You get it.
Fucking heathen.
How long have we been recording for? Because I can't alt tab to check.
33 minutes.
Okay.
We got time for another one.
David, I was very fortunate to be in a position to buy an apartment straight out of college. Okay.
Weird flex.
Yeah. Mainly because...
You're like 30. Like, how long ago was this?
This isn't me. This is... sorry.
Cool.
I'm reading the words of another human being.
Yeah, it's because you used your voice. It was very confusing.
Yeah.
Could you do like an Irish accent maybe? Or
Sure.
We could just... We'll get Adam to read it, and then in post, we'll just cut it over the top of your voice. Yeah.
Oh, see, I can't get pirate voice out of my head now. I can't see. You said do Irish, but I've gone like, I was very fortunate to be.
That's good. No, that's good.
Is that that's good? Okay.
It's very pirate, but I like it. Yeah, it's
not very Hagrid for a second.
It sounded like Jeffrey Rush doing Barbossa, like "Arr, me hearties."
Right. Okay. Good.
Drink up, yo ho.
I just don't have the voice for it. I was very fortunate to be in a position to buy an apartment straight out of college. Again, like you're saying, weird flex, but probably I'm assuming mum and dad chipped in on that one. It was a weird unit on a high floor of a weird building. Sorry, what? It was a weird unit on a high floor of a weird building. Sure, okay, don't know what that means. But
wait, say that again.
So, straight out of college, fortunate, bought an apartment. Weird unit, high floor, weird building. Yeah.
It's a lot of detail that doesn't give me anything. Okay, keep going.
But I've gut renovated it and made it really nice. So, and this is straight out of college. So, upper middle class white kid and his parents chipped in. One aspect of my home was created just to fill a childhood fantasy, a secret room. Everyone's first apartment out of college that you gut renovate and you put in a secret room. So very relatable. It's simple. A flush mount bookcase put in the doorway. It leads to what otherwise would be a windowless, very large closet or very small room. So small room or large closet. Okay.
Yeah, I've seen hidden rooms before, pal.
Okay.
I need to does speak down to me.
I made it into a cute secret lair / reading nook. Never heard anyone refer to their secret lair as cute before, but
depends who you're taking back there. You know what I'm saying?
Well, like a body? Hey, Jeffrey.
That's where I leave the corpses.
Yeah, that's where I put the drill and boiling water into that. What did you just say? Okay, so it's a cute secret lair / reading nook, but with no windows. It never got used. Ended up being more long-term storage. Okay, a lot of superfluous. We get it, dog. We get it.
Yeah, power through.
I never told anyone about it because it was a secret room. So you don't tell everyone about your secret room. It's like when someone says, hey, what's your password? My password's fuck off. How about that? Okay?
Because also, if you tell anyone, it stops becoming a secret room.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That is just a fucking room behind a bookshelf and you're an idiot.
Now it's just... this was a secret room, but everyone knows about it now, and now it's just a not secret room behind a bookshelf, and you're an idiot. I kind of figured at one point I'd tell my girlfriend, Emma, but I didn't want to tell her until I had a reason to. I had just finished it shortly before meeting her.
Oh, I love this. Okay, I'm getting into the intrigue now. Yeah, go ahead. I'm into where this is going.
I figured maybe one day if we had a kid, I could remove the bookcase and bam, we'd have plenty of space to put in a changing table set up or craft nook for her. What? How long did he expect to keep this secret room a secret? Literally years.
What are you talking about?
So he just met this chick, right, dog? Just met this chick. And he's like, well, perhaps if me and this girl eventually get down the line in our relationship, maybe a couple of years, then we decide to have children, psychopath, then I can open a bookcase in the home and reveal that we have plenty of room to store corpses. You crazy nutcase.
Well, on the plus side, she's not going to think that's weird, because why would anyone?
Yeah.
That being that late, like that she's like, hey babe, I'm pregnant. And you're like, yes. And she's like, oh,
Yes.
what? And you're like,
Yes.
finally use that secret room for something. And she's like, babe, what?
Perfect.
Like, just
There's
complete
only
stunned.
like two scenarios where this comes out. It's like, boom, I'm pregnant. Yes. I can finally reveal the secret room. Or like what? A home invasion happens in your apartment and now you have like a fucking like panic room? Like what? I don't understand. How do you keep that from someone for that long of a time?
I'm trying to think even logistically of keeping something not that in, like, that's a big thing. I can't keep anything from the people I'm dating. I'm just like, it's just like, bleh, I say everything. Like something like that would just, I don't know.
Hi, I'm Lauren. Hi, I'm David. I have a secret room.
Fuck! Exactly, literally me. Yeah, hi, I'm David. These are all my deepest, darkest secrets. I think about how life is short and meaningless at least 3 times a day. How you doing?
Where are you going?
It's actually what drives me to keep doing things, because our time is very short on this earth, and how small we are makes it significant. And I find that to be, whilst an interesting parallax, the only thing that makes me feel like my life has any meaning whatsoever. I also have a secret room. Fuck!
Yeah. And funnily enough, it's the secret room part that makes them run. But I largely forgot about it.
No, you
Don't think you did.
Talk about playing coy. Jesus.
Except when I needed to pull something out from back there, which is rare.
Stop qualifying. You're making it worse. You're making it. This is like when someone's about to take a shot.
No,
like,
David.
hang on.
We just recently put in some of those like Ethernet extension ports, so they run like through the walls, and then it goes over to like the router in the other room. And I want to plug in my Apple TV to the Ethernet port on the back wall, but where do I keep my spare Ethernet cables? I just can't. Oh my God, I forgot that I have a secret room that I store things in. What do you mean you forget about it until you remember you store shit in there?
Yeah.
Fast forward to yesterday. Emma, now my fiance, so quite a long time has passed.
Or a very short time if you move quickly. It is America, I'm assuming.
Has been living with me now in my/our apartment for 8 months. So I don't think they've been together for 8 months. I think she's just been living there for 8 months. During this time, I've kept the secret room.
Wait a second. No. That's
a secret.
That's an orientation. You're moving in. Here's the key. Here's the secret room.
No, it isn't.
Here's
David,
the plumber we regularly use.
It's in the title, dog. It's a secret room. I can't tell you.
It's guts to be on the floor plans of that lease. Oh wait, you own the place. Fuck.
Yep.
Fuck.
Doesn't come up.
He could conceivably have kept this a secret.
His entire life.
That's going to make it really easy to have affairs, I'll tell you that much.
It's not like I was thinking about it all the time. I would never not be thinking about it, but sure.
It's all I would think about.
I only consciously did something sneaky maybe 3 times since she's moved in, to get Christmas lights, a spare coffee maker, and to put away a novelty item she probably thought I threw out. Okay.
What?
None of those things are sneaky.
They're just weird and
They're
like
just
conflict
strange.
avoidance things.
And all of those times were also opportunities to reveal the secret room. Although I would imagine that like after she's moved in and I haven't mentioned the secret room, it becomes increasingly more difficult to reveal the fact that I have a secret room. And the reason I was sneaky at those times was, again, because I didn't want to waste the surprise on Christmas lights. Stop acting like you're keeping it as a surprise. You know that it's gone too far and he doesn't know when to reveal it now. That's obviously what's happened. We've both been working from home lately.
Yeah.
And we aren't really able to leave very often.
Today?
We're up to today. Yeah.
I need to get a beer because you need to hold that thought. Holy shit.
Okay. So yeah, we're up to 2020. We're to like right now, mid-COVID. We've both been working from home lately and we aren't able to leave very often due to circumstances. And she jokingly announced we needed a new room to shake things up for her. We needed a new room for her to shake things up for her normal commute. Parentheses, bedroom to living room. So a bit of a fun little working from home joke there. So of course, I excitedly pulled open our built-in bookshelf and showed her our room. He was saving this for their child, and he thought, no, dumb little throwaway comment about her commute to work needing a new room. That's where I'm going to pull this bad boy out. So he shows her the new room.
Basically apropos of nothing.
Yes, and she flipped out. Oh, like you would.
Wait, just rewind. Just read the whole thing again without pausing.
Okay, so we've been working from home lately, and we aren't really able to leave very often due to circumstances. She jokingly announced we needed a new room to shake things up for her normal commute, bedroom to living room. So, of course, I excitedly pulled open our built-in bookshelf and showed her our new room, and she flipped out.
Yeah, he's misread that situation.
Yeah, he has.
Is what I would say.
She's furious at me. She sees me keeping this secret as a major betrayal of trust, given that this is her home. She's acting like I cheated on her. I tried to explain I was waiting for a special moment, but she thinks that makes it worse.
It does!
I have no idea if she's being unreasonable or if I am.
I get where he's coming. Okay, what I would say, I get where he's coming from because he has lived with this thing burning a hole in his brain for so long.
Yeah.
That he's like, I don't know if I'm being crazy. Am I being crazy? Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
If you have to ask yourself the question, am I being crazy? The answer is almost always, yeah.
Yeah. You kept a room-sized secret for the entire period that you have known this human being.
The thing that she's feeling betrayed by is that you've actively kept this secret. Because passive secrets, like you're 2 years into a relationship and you find out something about someone you didn't know, doesn't feel like a betrayal because it's just like part of their past or something like that. She fucking lives in the same apartment as you do, together happily. It sounds like you have a pretty happy relationship, pretty healthy relationship otherwise, aside from this one thing. And working from home, not being able to escape each other, you've gone, now is the perfect time, while the world is on fire, to unveil while everyone is stressed and not sleeping anyway. People cannot leave their homes. Everyone's feeling cooped up, a little emotional. People are making really incorrect, unwise decisions with their life and well-being. Now is the time. Sorry? I judge the air to be right. Now is the time.
Now is the perfect time. Yes.
Now's the time when everyone is high strung and emotional and struggling. Now I will reveal to her that I've been lying for our whole relationship. It's behind this bookshelf. What are you fucking talking about? You can never tell it. You take this to your grave.
Yeah.
And if she opens it and then like if she accidentally pulls in that book at some point and it swings open, you have never seen that room before in your entire life.
Holy,
you don't know anything. You gotta lie. You just want
that better be the best fucking day of acting you've ever pulled in your life. As that bookcase flings open, your face better be as shocked as she is. What is this?
What is this, Sarah? I didn't know.
Oh my god, she's like, wait, but didn't you totally gut and renovate that? I have never seen that. You have to talk over it.
Isn't that the pile of McDonald's toys I told you to throw out and our Christmas lights in there?
How did our belongings get in here?
Must be a house gremlin.
What the fuck? And there's the Christmas lights that I hang every year. What Rove Live? What the? Get Rove on the case. What's going on?
I thought you meant just like a pile of like VHS recordings of Rove Live or something. Just like recorded from the TV.
One's with Lano and Woodley. That will be good.
This is my favorite one.
What is this?
It's the less funny half of Hamish and Andy. Andy.
The only.
That
Jack? No, Andy.
that would be for us for international podcasters. That would be an insult to like literally anyone else in the world. But if you put anyone in a room with Hamish Blake, they are automatically the least not the most funny person in that room.
That is true.
Like, so for Andy to be the second funniest person in any room is because Hamish is in it. Like, he's a very talented comedian. I didn't mean to. You know what I mean? It's a very Australia specific joke.
And on screen now on the video podcast is a picture of me standing next to Hamish and Andy chuckling.
Do you have one of those? Or you're going to Photoshop one?
No, they do you remember years ago for like Rove, they did like they were trying to travel around Australia and go to like 100 parties in a single night or something, or 100 parties in 3 days or something like that. We were one of the parties that they went to.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Andy, you did tell me this. Yeah.
Andy did like a keg stand. It was great times.
Back when they were young, before they had kids.
Yeah, I mean, conceivably, the only way that he could have gotten away with this is if when she got pregnant, he made out like he just put it in then. You know what I mean?
Oh,
and he's but
she's going to notice the construction. She's going to notice the...
He's like, oh, I had it knocked out in a day while you weren't home. You got to... Dog, it's like the closest lie you could get to it like being okay. But you don't reveal it on a whim.
Let's run this. So we're in the room together. You're her, okay. I'm him.
I'm her, or who's
You're
who's
her.
Him?
You're the girlfriend. I'm hiding my secret room. Okay. Maybe we're cooped up, we're going crazy, we're cleaning or something. We're dusting. You know, people do crazy stuff when it's...
And wait, so you're revealing the room now that I have a baby, or is this is the reveal?
Apropos of nothing, we're just dusting and you accidentally pull the thing.
And I pull a book out.
Yeah, the door swings open.
Yeah. And it's like, it's a book on the shelf that like no one would ever pull, and that's the handle. And it's like, what is this?
It's Whoa, okay, all right. Yeah, okay.
I can't breathe. Oh. Oh shit. He's gone.
Yeah, it's very fun. Laugh it up, you fuck. You chuckle fuck.
Oh shit.
Available now at maynardtrig.com.
Very rarely
maynardtrig.com.
Very rarely do you ever get to pull that one out. Oh man, that's so funny.
You son of a bitch. That was good. I like that.
It
was very slick.
She pulls Maynard Trigg and the Creature Beneath the Veil, which no one would ever read. So like that's the handle, and like the bookshelf opens.
Uh-huh.
And after she's done dying laughing, naturally, she goes, "What?" Because again, I mean, like if it were me, I'd be like, "The fuck is this?"
It's just like, oh my god, it's just like the old caretaker said. There was a hidden room in this house the whole time. Because of the curse on the building.
Because of the curse. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
The secret room that old caretaker was talking about.
It's like that fortune teller in the tent told me.
I thought he was crazy. Perfect.
Maybe he was the only one that was truly sane.
Oh, shit, dog. Oh.
For the listener at home, I'm raising my hands above my head as if to say, what?
And I'm still laughing about that good joke I told. Oh, fuck me. Oh, I needed that laugh. That's good.
You guys can read the blurb there if you want.
Okay, yeah. We're sort of in the skies above. Who gives a shit? David. Did you have a Quora Corner, or are we out of here?
Nah, we out of here, dog.
We out of here. That's going to do it for this episode. Again, if you are a Patreon supporter, you back the show with your love and your money. Stick around
for the bonus question.
The very Marvel-like post-credits bonus content. If you aren't yet a Patreon subscriber, maybe you want to support the show, head over to patreon.com/1 One Weird Podcast. Check out the tiers. You can get episodes early. You can get bonus audio content, bonus video content, behind the scenes, updates, all of it. In-depth
every
show notes.
last second of it.
Every red hot, wet, ripping second of it. Yeah, you can check that out. Patreon.com/One Weird Podcast. Go see if there's something over there that you like, that you're into, and if it is, consider subscribing today.
Do it.
David, where can people find you?
I'm really worried about
that you make.
I'm worried about this particular component because you did just spend the last 5 minutes grilling me about.
Yeah, no, I feel like you've earned this plug. Well,
now it seems dumb though, but if you want to buy my book, you can go to maynardtrig.com.
Go buy it. It's very good.
It's probably the best thing I've ever done. Book 2 is coming out soon. It's going to be real good.
Still no audiobook, which is a personal gripe of mine.
It's a personal gripe of mine as well. Let's not get into it. We can maybe talk about that off pod. But otherwise, that's my novel. It's sort of a steampunk fantasy. I don't know, it's a mystery story, action, a bit of horror as well. You go check that out, maynardtrig.com.
Space pirates, bitch!
Space pirates, bitch!
Yeah.
Well, isn't that really in space? They're just sky pirates.
Sky pirates, I like to say pirates, but up there. That's
pirates, but up on the score.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if you want to see content that I make about weird art with my friends, you can head to youtube.com/DCMworks. There's a rebrand coming up soon, so I'll update that when we have the new name and stuff.
Keep your peepers peeled.
Keep your peepers peeled. But yeah, we make content about art and about people who make art, and it's really about celebrating the craft of making things and acknowledging that it's not as easy as just putting shit out there. People do a lot of things for a lot of different reasons, and it's really our goal to bring that to the surface and help people appreciate a bit more of like what goes into the things you consume and what makes them work. So that's really what we're interested in. youtube.com/DCMworks.
Otherwise, you're a hack.
Unless you're
like Damien Hirst. Oh, it's a shark, but it's in a tank. Fuck off.
That felt like a very personal gripe.
I actually like some of his art, so that was just a goof on that one.
It was a goof him up.
Unless you like Jackson Pollock just pitching shit at a canvas, doesn't mean nothing. Also a joke.
That one didn't sound like a joke, though. That one sounded like that really was from. That was really cut into the bone on that one. Otherwise, you can follow me on Twitter at DCMIHatePie. I don't tweet that often. When I do, they are some pearlers.
Oh,
so check me out at DCMIHatePie. It's mostly other creators roasting me on Twitter recently. Mostly you guys just making fun of me. It's really,
pretty much, yeah. I've been dipping into your Discord with Adam, having a lot of goofs recently. If you want to check out the social media for the podcast, stay up to date, all that good stuff, at One Weird Podcast, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
Everywhere.
You want to chat to me at my pixel persona on Instagram and Twitter.
Yeah.
Very special thank you to the patrons, the people supporting the show, keeping the lights on, keeping that creative energy flowing. Shane, Sam, producer patron Sam, you guys, I say it all the time, but
you make it happen.
It means, people putting, actually throwing your money in and like backing something with your dollars is just like on a whole nother level. So I can't thank you guys enough. And of course, if you are a supporter on Patreon, don't forget the special feed, throw it into your podcast app of choice and you get all of the
right on your phone there.
Bonus content straight into your podcast app of choice. Share the show with a friend.
I was going to say for the feed, there is also instructions when you sign up to be a Patreon. On that thank you page at the bottom, there's links out to all the instructions for how to like actually do that as well if you're not super tech whizzy with your phone and stuff like that.
Super easy to do. It'll take you like you pretty much just copy something, go anything, paste, and you start getting all your stuff right there. This has been episode 62. Come back for episode 63. If you're a patron, stick around. If you're not, hey, see you next time.
Ciao.